That's facts. You guys only know me based on when you see me on YouTube and Twitch, okay? But outside of YouTube and Twitch, I'm the most racist man in the world. I'm kidding. What's up, guys? Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night I tweeted, I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? So Cheryl said, talk about Toast's twit longer. So if you guys don't know, Disguised Toast, he actually came out with an apology twit longer, but actually when you click it, it's reverse Uno. He said, addressing my quote-unquote problematic past and being canceled. So this is one of the rare situations where someone comes out with what appears to be like an apology where they're saying sorry to Twitter. We've seen it millions and millions of times here. However, this man actually goes in on this twit longer, and we're gonna go ahead and read it, but he fires back at the cancel culture squad, and he says some choice words to them. It's actually pretty wild. The twit longer says, addressing my problematic past of being canceled. Since I recently received a thoughtful and well-written message regarding some Twitter stan drama about my problematic past and people's attempt to cancel me, and it's a link to a Twitter post. And all right, what is this Twitter post? All right, here we go. This is very long. If you don't care about anything that's going on, don't waste your time reading through this thread. We'll speak about some topics involving Toast and other things in a bit, probably after I watch the VOD from today so I don't miss anything important. Gonna be a long thread. So it looks like somebody made a very long thread talking about Toast, I guess, I suppose. This person later on says, I had been thinking of messaging Toast by myself for months now and about some things he said in the past, but it wasn't until recently that I brought up the idea to bread Twitter. I don't know what that is. At the end, she said, however, they chose to make a mess out of things, and that is why we are where we're at. Who is we? What is this group? I'm missing the context here. What do you mean? Who is this group of entity of people? Is this the cancel culture mob? Is this the Illuminati people that I've been hearing about so much that's been canceling everyone? Like, what is going on? So, okay, guys, you can't tell, but for like 10 minutes, I've been looking through this, and I got to the end, and this person's basically said what I said, man, how do you say so much yet so little at the same time? By the way, why am I reading 10 paragraphs before finding out any info? Like, there's literally nothing of value here, so we're gonna go back to Disguised Toast's actual twit longer. Anyway, continue the twit longer. Toast said, I thought it warranted a response from me. Like, nah, dog, this didn't warrant a reply, to be honest. But hey, we'll go there. I have always towed the line of edgy humor when it comes to my online presence. Over the last 5 years, I have developed a more sarcastic, blunt, and satirical personality. There's nothing about what I've done publicly that I have tried to hide or delete or claim ignorance to. I take full responsibility of all I've said and all my actions. I can proudly say that I am someone who really open about my life in a space where many hide, not because they are bad people, but because people on the internet love judging and backstating a streamer's life. Continuing, someone emailed me a list of problematic things I've done in the eyes, and that's making the rounds in the Twitter stan circles. And normally I would say just don't watch my content, not in a dismissive manner, but simply as this is just my humor. But it has been brought to my attention that there are literally people crying about it and even dragging the people I care about, namely my friends in OTV and Amigops, into it by pressuring them and condemning them for interacting with me. But I will always draw the line at attacking my friends. So yeah, I guess people on Twitter are being Twitter. That's just literally the mob. So yeah, guys, there's 5 points, apparently some 5 big points as to why they're being canceled. And number 1, he's racist. In an OTV video from 2 years ago where we did a don't laugh challenge and attempt to get a subject to laugh, I read out a race joke off a website. It was all bleeped out, but if you go looking for it, you'll find the full version. People seem to think this means I support racism, even though my words and actions during the Black Lives Matter protest, it's clear that I condemn it, even being attacked by people for using my platform to speak up against racism. It's an offensive joke. I made it to get a reaction from the participant trying to educate me that it's offensive has no weight because we all knew it was offensive. Thank you. That's why it was censored. I agree. He purposely made a offensive joke. So people are trying to educate him, but hey, bro, did you know you were being offensive? Like, yeah, duh, stupid. That was the actual point of the joke. Is it tasteless? Sure, you can say that, but it doesn't make me racist. As someone who is spat on for being a quiet Asian kid in school, being called Jackie Chan all the time, hearing Ching Chong when I go out to eat at a restaurant, I've experienced racism myself. Okay. He has experienced racism himself. This obviously doesn't make me immune to being racist. That's what I was going to say. Like, just because, you know, someone's being racist towards you doesn't mean you can't. But reading an offensive joke doesn't make me one either. In this context, yes, I agree. Number 2, quote unquote, he's racist off stream. Okay, that's a claim. In a podcast with Destiny, I mentioned that privately streamers say and do things that the public would find distasteful. This is the truth. There's a reason why the majority of streamers keep their lives so private and try to only show their positives of their lives to their audience. This is really important to understand. You only see what the streamers show you on stream. You don't know what they are like when the cameras are off. That's facts. You guys only know me based on when you see me on YouTube and Twitch, okay? But outside of YouTube and Twitch, I'm the most racist man in the world. I'm kidding. Besides stories and testimonies from people who actually know them. When I say I make racial jokes off stream, this does not mean I walk around the OTV house dropping slurs left and right. It means occasionally, say we are discussing the next member of OTV, I would say, are they Asian? Because we are Asian too. We should diversify with a white/black guy. Obviously, we don't pick member based on race. Does that mean everyone in OTV deserve to be canceled and forced to apologize for not then running to Twitter and publicly condemning what I said in private? No. Okay, see, I like Toast, man. I've always liked his humor. I've been watching Toast for years and years now. This does sound like something that Toast would say, and this is definitely something that I would laugh at. Because if you guys don't know, OTV is basically filled with like literally all Asian members. Is there somebody who's not Asian? I think it's just like Michael Reeves, and I think I think everyone else is Pokimane. I think where is she from? I can't remember. Is she Moroccan? I can't recall, but yeah. Number 3, he promotes pedophilia. What the ham-fat? Okay, that's a claim. Okay, we just got out of that. During a game of Pictionary, the prompt was, quote, illegal, and I drew a stick figure of a young girl, obviously meaning P is illegal. Some people tweeted at me saying that I want to have sex with children because of it. Bro? Some people say they just find it tasteless. Again, tasteless, I can get tasteless. Tasteless, I understand. Yeah, see, again, it just goes back to my, quote, edgy sense of humor. I don't support pedophilia. I can't believe I even have to say that yet. I agree. And it honestly surprised me that some stands are trying to cancel me for this one. The prompt was illegal. I'm pretty sure it's clear that even with the worst opinion of me, people can recognize that I'm saying P equals bad. Like, yeah, that's a very, very, very just gargantuous statement right there to say that he promotes pedophilia because he made a distasteful joke about it. Like, I feel like people are getting very desperate now when it comes to canceling people, bro. Like, they're literally out here trying to cancel you, find any reason for it, bro. I can be out there and be like, say, oh man, I love Earth. You know, and then somebody will be like, dang, dog, so you hate all the rest of the planets? Are you anti-universe, dog? Like, but it's true. Number 4, I am an R advocate. Okay, so this one is, I imagine, trigger warning, but we'll go ahead and read through it. This one bothered me the most because the others I can understand to some degree of people just thinking my humor is crass and tasteless. Coincidentally, this one is the one where the email didn't bother including any VODs or clips, just a recollection that I said, quote, when a woman says, no, don't let that stop you because she really doesn't mean it anyway, just keep going, end quote. I generally do not remember saying this and am surprised that people didn't even bother checking the VOD for it before just blindly accepting it. So people were saying that he said this without any evidence? Okay. I do recall saying something along the lines of, if a girl says no, just keep asking until she gives in, as in keep bothering the girl if she turns you down. And obviously, I hope people will have enough social understanding to see that it was sarcastic. Yes, as I did it in front of my 2 close female friends who I know will respond accordingly. Toast, no, don't teach them that. Okay, yes, so satirical comedy is what that is. He's obviously saying something that's wrong for the sake of comedy. He knows that it's like you shouldn't actually be literal about it, but it's supposed to be in context something where the other person says, hey, don't do that. Like, I guess people aren't distinguishing the difference between what he's saying for entertainment purposes and who he truly is. Continuing, when I make satirical commentary, I usually say something purposely ignorant because I know there exist men that do that, think that anyway. And I do it in front of people I know who would react in a manner that shows that this line of thinking is not okay. Yeah, this is what I just said. I know doing so without a foil or friends to play the straight role, some fans might actually think I was being serious, which is why I always make sure that it's clear that what I'm saying is stupid. For this particular conversation, I also remember not finishing my sentence and immediately backtracking on it because I realized in the moment that some people might take it wrong way since I didn't properly convey it. So this is the situation where Toast is in, is that he's got dark, edgy, satirical humor. And I don't mean like dark, edgy, where someone just like says something racist and be like, ha, I'm dark, I'm edgy, like say like, I hate black people, or throw out some slurs and then just call it, edgy. Like he likes to put some thought into it, and he's not somebody who's, I want to say, like an amateur when it comes to it. But he also probably realizes is that if he does do this and he does do this kind of humor, there will people who don't understand the layers of what he's trying to do in terms of humor, just take it at face value and be like, hey bro, you're problematic, which is, I guess, what's what happened here. Anyway, he continues, I recognize that R and SA isn't something to joke about. I like to think my actions during a period of time where friends of mine did go through such trauma shows how seriously I take it. It was a joke about how creepy men can be. I don't think it's fair to label me as a R advocate, especially while not showing any clips of VODs of the moment. I agree with that. I mean, yeah, maybe he said something and he should like, okay, my bad. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I took that too far. But to call him an advocate, that's jumping from 0 to 100, bro, like really fast. And finally, guys, number 5, he thinks that there's nothing wrong with using the R slur. Okay, this one is a complete head scratcher because I don't even use the R slur, and I'm really aware of why it's a word that shouldn't be used, which is why I've never used it in any of my stream or video for the last several years. The email claimed that I said this on a recent stream, but again doesn't show the clip or VOD of me saying it. It really does break my heart to see people just eat all of this up without asking for at least the clip of context. Hey, welcome to the internet, bro. I can literally make a tweet saying that you did something and people will eat that up and believe it with no context or evidence because that's just what the internet does. They just see that the first 3 points had a video, so they assume the second 2 points are valid without needing proof. I even recently did a stream saying how I specifically refrained from using the word despite it being allowed by other streamers, yeah. And yeah, guys, wrapping up, we're getting towards the end. By the way, I wanted to read the whole thing just so that you guys can get the full context, okay? Just in case you guys haven't read it, you know, like, it's a little bit long, but I want you guys to have the full context, and I don't want to say anything out of context or, you know, make some things incomplete so that you might have like a bad judgment of Disguised Toast. If I just read a little bit of it, then you might have some, you know, some feelings that you might feel, but it might be explained right here. That's why I'm reading it all. And final note, someone said I was specifically attacking some Twitter user when I tried about cancel culture on stream recently, and to this I can only say I have no idea who they are. I usually talk in generalizations of what I see or what people tell me. My friend showed me the profile and I had no idea what was going on, but this person was claiming I was specifically attacking them and that I called them a child. This goes back to what I've always said about parasocial relationships. The stands will try their best to insert themselves into a streamer's life to an unhealthy point that this person thinks that I, Disguised Toast, was talking about them, this special individual. When I talk about children stands trying to cancel people, I'm referring to the toxic ones who tell anyone disagree with them to kill themselves or who are interested in getting an apology as some kind of victory. If you're not a child throwing a tantrum on Twitter, if you're respectfully voicing your opinions like the thread author here, I'm not talking about you when I talk about toxic stands. So, okay, another case, a situation, I've actually had this happen before, where you are addressing a specific audience, but people who are so invested in you somehow think that they are talking to you directly because they feel like they're so connected to you that if you're an audience member, then he's always just straight up talking about you, which is not the case. It continues, take one look at my mentions and you can find the people that I am talking about. So distinguishing the people who are on Twitter trying to cancel people and being toxic and changing their profile pictures to their faces and attacking other people versus, I don't know, somebody who's just a healthy fan who watches the content and then just, you know, gets hurt by something that he says. There's a difference between the two. Anyway, he says, moving forward, I will try to be a little bit less edgy. I mean, that's his decision. I respect him. That's his decision. I feel like he should keep up with his humor. He hasn't done anything worthy of... We just talked about EDP445, okay? He's not problematic in the least bit. And I know way more people with way more like crazier, edgy humor. But I don't know. If he wants to rebrand himself as someone who's not as edgy to look better in public, that's up to him. Continuing, but that type of humor is something I grew up with and do personally find humorous. Similar to Michael Scott's character from The Office or Joey from Friends, it's clear when they make ignorant remarks that they are ignorant remarks, and the reaction from the other characters make it clear on that. That's why I try to satirize in my content whenever I do make jokes rooted in racial or sexual nature. If you take it at face value without context, without knowing me, I can understand why I might come off as a bigot. But even if you don't respect me, at least respect the opinion of the people around me, my peers, people who've known me for years. Basically saying, look, if you look at me out of context and you judge me, at the very, very least, look at all the other people around me who support me and show like this guy is not doing what it is that you think he is doing in context and out of context. Continuing, know that they wouldn't stand for any bigotry or racism or sexism because we hold each other to a very high standard. So my guess too also, and I know we keep pausing, but I'm commentating on it, but my guess is people will come find issues with Toast, right? And then if he has issues, people associated with him be like, wow, how are you friends with Toast? Wow, you would let Toast say this. Wow, why do you follow Toast on Twitter? Wow, why do you play games with Toast? And then it's like a domino effect. Like you can't just cancel one person. It's like Pokemon. You gotta cancel them all, dog. You find one person, everyone attached to that tree line of this person should also equally be canceled. And people will branch out and find you at fault. I think that just simply happened just last time we talked. Carl Jacobs was apologizing to Twitter because he associated with Ice Poseidon 5 years ago. Okay, that's how ridiculous this is getting. Okay, anyway, finishing up to the original message author. Thanks for taking the time out to probably convey how you feel. I do apologize to the people who were hurt by my jokes. If you watch my Among Us lobbies, my concern is always whether or not being or having a positive experience is the same with my fans. With so much new fans coming in from the recent blow up in our friend circle, I'm sure several of them weren't aware that I had a very edgy, dry, sarcastic sense of humor that can definitely be offensive at times. At the end of the day, if you are uncomfortable with my style of humor, then it's best not to watch me. Okay, good. I'm glad he said I'm going to change my humor. He did say that, but I do agree. If you don't like his humor, don't watch them, okay? If you don't like stand-ups where people are being offensive or anything, just don't watch it. He said, I will try to be more considerate, but I expect to still make the same occasional edgy joke here and there. So basically saying he'll take it down a notch, but he's still not going to change too much. The one thing I ask is to leave my friends alone. They are wonderful people that don't deserve any hate for associating with me. Boycott my content, cancel me, whatever, but don't drag them into it by pressuring them or demanding an apology from them just because we play games together. And final thing, and this is the part where he just actually pops off. Final thing, if you use my friends' faces as your Twitter profile picture or their names and your handle, and you go around attacking other fandoms or use it to cause drama between fan bases, change it, okay? Grow the F up. You give them a bad name and they don't deserve that. This goes double for any of my own fans because I've taught you all better than that. Thank God, Toast. This is the exact thing that we've been waiting to hear Dream say. A lot of people are upset about Dream stands and Minecraft stands and how they just go wild because, you know, people like Dream kind of keep them unchecked. Sky's Toast makes one twit longer, and at the end of the twit longer, he literally tells his stands to grow the F up and tell them, do not do that. Don't ever do that. I do not condemn that. And it's just, that's what people are looking for in terms of like a content creator trying to, you know, take more control of their fan base so that they know like, hey, you're not a fan if you do these kinds of things. And he's very clear with it. And he's very, very strict. So yeah, guys, that's the twit longer. Sorry, it was kind of long, but I think it was very informative and it kind of teaches a lot about things. The rest of Offline TV and some of his close friends actually made tweets as well. Valkyrie said, I hope those that were hurt found closure through this. I think it's great you addressed it. I personally have always known you had a dark sense of humor sometimes, and seeing this / others' reactions to this opened my eyes a bit as well. I appreciate you, Toast. Yvonne, she said Toast was one of the few people who actually called out others we knew for actual effed up behavior. If you think that negatively of him or that he's a horrible person based off these accusations, then yes, you don't know him at all. Followed by Lily Pichu saying he's always called out people for his friends, defended his friends, you know, Hafu, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Scar, the whole squad, bro. Jacksepticeye saying, well said. If you are in his circle, then you know him, and there's no reason for them to lie. Okay, they were gonna, if he was problematic, then he would get Carson. You know, remember Carson had all his friends, Jay Schlatt and the entire crew and all the Minecraft guys were all saying like, no, I don't want to associate with him. I'm out. And Carson got basically ostracized and singled out and left out to astray. All of his friends are coming in close and then basically validating his character and personality and basically saying, step off, you're being a little bit too toxic, fans, and you're trying to get someone to apologize and get someone canceled when they're not that person. So yeah, I like this. This is the unity I like to see. But yeah, guys, that's the Disguised Toast situation. And there's not much to say about it. We already know what's happening, right? You've been here. We've seen this rodeo. Same song and dance. Cancel culture goes a little bit too wild. And if they will find any specific reason to cancel somebody, and they'll take a statement, a sentence, they will take it out of context, and then they will make the worst conclusion from it, the worst one. That way it gets clicks and views because people on Twitter and the internet, they like to dramatize situations for clicks and views because there are some people, it sucks, there are people out there who have valid concerns and they might actually think that someone's actually being a little bit problematic with their behavior, and that person being problematic might be, and they don't even know it, and there could be a conversation had, you know what I'm saying? There could be a healthy conversation had where someone can grow from what has happened. But in this specific situation, it's never happening. The point is to just cancel, create attention, and create anger. And that crazy cancel mob mentality. I'm glad that Toast went off with the intensity that he did, and hopefully we can put this behind us, but you guys know something else is probably going to happen in the later. But I like how he addressed this. That's the Toast situation. Let's move on. So at Astral Joker said, update on the EDP situation. And yep, unfortunately there's another update, and it's not a good one. My dude Augie tweeted this around midnight last night. He said, breaking, now that he's not going to jail, EDP445 goes to his Facebook to announce a new website and videos are coming. And yeah, there's two pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and look on Facebook to see if I can find it, if it's actually public or whatever. But yeah, it says EDP445, yo, it's your boy, coming back at yo ho as no life trolling mofos with my official Facebook. So oh no, there's a video website coming soon. The movement will continue, and there is a 47-second clip that he's posted on here. Oh my god, I can't, bro, I can't. So hey guys, it's true. He has a Facebook page. I'm gonna click the video to see what he has to say, but I can already tell in the comment section, this guy said, you have some effing audacity, dude. So we gotta see, what is he trying to do here? Okay, if you guys don't know EDP445, he's been outed as a guy, sting operation, where he was basically trying to talk to a 13-year-old girl. Everyone and their mom knows it now. He's been banned off YouTube. The person who did the sting on him has been banned from YouTube as well. And guys, what's kind of wild to me is that this guy hasn't even waited. You know, like he didn't even wait for like the smoke to blow over, you know, wait like 6 months, 7 months, and then just start, you know, slowly creeping up and making videos again. No, this man literally just jumped straight to another platform and started trying to monetize ASAP.
All right, motherfucker, was cracking with it. It's your boy, and EDP445. So, just want to let you guys know, man, EDP445.com is coming soon. Been about like a week, maybe 2 weeks from now. I'm going to have a website up. And
why doesn't he have a shirt on?
popping and, you know, that's where I'm going to be posting all of my new videos and, you know, over there up on the website. You know what I mean? You know, continuing to eat that movement, letting.
Oh, bro, that's disgusting. You can't be you can't be saying your name out loud. You can't be using those words, bro, after the sting operation you got caught in. That's just absolutely disgusting.
That's motherfuckers feel it and straight whipping our out and pissing all over motherfuckers. You feel me? So with that being said, man, EDP445.com. It's coming soon. This website is going to be crack-a-lacking.
I can't, guys. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to put this on your screen. So yeah, guys, the Facebook comments are actually eating this dude alive, which is kind of weird. We've actually reached the point on this show where we start looking at Facebook comments. You know, we've looked at YouTube comments, we looked at Twitter comments, and now we have entered the Facebook zone. This guy said, "Great job, big dog. Go treat yourself to a cupcake or something." God dang. You guys don't know what the cupcake mean, by the way, or the fist bump mean. It has to do with the fact that during the actual operation, when he arrived to the scene, he said that he was coming here to give the 13-year-old girl some cupcakes or something like that. Entered that prison for 44 years and 5 months. Dang. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't look like that's happening. This guy said, "Dude, starting your own website is the last thing you should be doing. You just got caught doing the most disgraceful thing ever." This guy, Kevin, said, "EDP445, to be honest, bro, your career is over. I would stay off the internet and find something else to do. The situation you are in, you can't come back from. It will never be like it was. If you are serious, get yourself some help. I really hope you do. I'm still a fan of your comedy." So yeah, guys, as I scroll down and scroll down, no one is taking this seriously. I know a lot of people were kind of worried that EDP445 still has like some diehard fans that will support him no matter what. I've actually seen some comments. I didn't even think that existed, but there are some people who are basically kind of shrugging this whole thing off. But if you just look at the comments on Facebook, oh god, this guy said, "Let's go. Can't wait to watch his vids again." Oh. Please be a troll. That can't be right. No, not like this. But yeah, guys, that's the EDP445 situation. He's on Facebook. Maybe Facebook will demonetize him. I don't even know if Facebook looks into things like that, but I know YouTube has already deplatformed him. He's going to get a website as well, and I'll let you know if anything else wild happens with this situation, but this has been a roller coaster so far. So yeah, a lot of you guys linked me to this, and you know what? This is going to be very quick, okay? But I feel like I had to say something about this. Emily in Boston said, "Disneyland finally reopened April 30th, but Disney adults are still facing criticism on Twitter." And it's a thread that says, "Disneyland reopened in California after 13 months and people were in tears." And you have like, you know, this girl crying. She's at Disneyland. She's crying. You know, this person's here. I don't know if this person's working or there, but they're crying because they are at Disneyland and people, I think, are making fun of them. So yeah, I might get canceled for this one, okay? But looking at the comments, this person said, "You know how folks cry over sports teams? It's the same for Disney folks. I don't know why it's so hard to get." With Murray said, "People cry over sports, LMAO." This guy said, 600,000 people dead from the virus in America, millions unemployed and starving. But hey, at least you can go back to waiting for 2 hours to go on a ride made for €8 for 36. So condescending. And of course, there's a Game & Watch Smash background. Of course. This person said 575K people did, and these mother shuckers are crying over Disneyland. I can't. Okay, let me. This is not a popular opinion, okay? The majority of these people on this thread are literally crapping on people who go to Disneyland or who are in tears. And what I'm about to say is going to go against the grain of what is publicly being said here on Twitter. I cannot stand these condescending assholes on Twitter who sit here and make fun of people they don't even know. Let's see a picture of someone crying, and then they use the justification of people's deaths and an argument to basically discredit how they feel. That's garbage. It's so emotionally manipulative. These people are so garbage. You don't know me, I don't know them. We don't know why they're crying. They might be saying they're crying because they can finally go to Disneyland for the first time. Maybe these people have been stuck inside. Maybe these people have lost lost ones. Maybe these people have lost their jobs. Maybe these people have been depressed for an entire year while this pandemic has happened and they've been stuck indoors. We don't know their situation, and maybe finally for the first time in a very, very long time, they're back in the element and the environment of life, which you can consider, living. And maybe they were just overjoyed by that fact, overjoyed by the fact that they can actually experience being outside, being at a place like Disneyland. You know what I'm saying, dog? But people won't care about that. People don't want to care about how you truly feel. They just want to look at you and judge you. And it really grinds my gears. It disgusts me even more when a lot of these people, a lot of them look like they were Karens and male Karens and stuff like that. They use the death of actual real people to diss someone and discredit someone's feelings. And it's disgusting. Like, bro, let people feel, man. Like, crying is something that we're going to attack someone over for. Like, oh man. Anyway, yeah, I just need to get that off my chest. I don't care if I went against the grain or if that was unpopular or whatever like that. I despise people like that. Let people cry, let people feel emotional over things, okay? You don't understand their life. You don't know what they've gone through. And you're not taking this holier than thou, podium to discredit someone's feelings so that you can get more likes on Twitter. Doesn't do anything for your own life, unless it makes you feel better to make people who feel worse feel even more worse. But yeah, I think that is actually what is happening here. But yeah, that's the situation. I'm not even going any further deep into it. I just felt like telling you that this really pissed me off. But you know what doesn't piss me off? Billie Eilish looking gorgeous in this new Vogue magazine. Gustavo Cardenas said honestly couldn't even recognize her. Billie Eilish was trending all day yesterday, by the way, and if you guys are curious to see the new Billie Eilish, okay, I don't know if you guys know, I actually made a video about this. It was in October, November of last year, maybe even September. People were making fun of Billie Eilish, basically saying that she had like a mom wine body. Actually, it was one person, and then it blew up, and then everyone attacked him. So I want to say people, but there were a lot of people discrediting her because it was pandemic, and obviously everyone's inside, indoors, taking care of their health, maybe gaining a little bit of weight, but who matters? It doesn't matter. She wasn't unattractive or anything. It was just literally some guy poking fun at her body and at her weight because he could. However, and I'm about to scroll down, okay? If I'm smart, this is the part where I place an ad, so before you guys can, it's all about what makes you feel good, Billie said on the cover of British Vogue. Read the cover story now, and bam, good, googly, Mugly. What a god daggone glow up. And yeah, here's some more photos because we love to see a gorgeous queen take confidence in her body and do the glow up, okay? We support these things, and she just... Enough said. Here she is in black, and I'm happy. I'm so happy for her, bro, that she's taking control of the narrative that's been spun around her, and she's feeling empowered, and she's feeling positive. I like it. I like the confidence. But yeah, that's literally it. I'm not going to go into any comments like that. I just wanted to show you guys Billie Eilish looking really hot because, why not? So guys, a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about this. There's been a video from this guy named Bill Maher. I think it's just Maher. If I'm mispronouncing his name wrong, I don't care because he's kind of garbage. Basically saying on whatever the frick his show is called, decides to target people who watch streamers play video games on Twitch. Posted by Jake Lucky. It's a 28-second clip that is probably going to grind your gears into infinity. He's like... It's going to piss you off if you haven't seen it, okay? Just a forewarning. There's nothing trigger sensitive, but I assure you, I'm going to have to stop it in between so that we don't get copyright claimed or anything like that, okay? But it's going to piss you off.
You think someone 80 is hopeless because they can't use an iPhone? Maybe the one who's hopeless is the one who can't stop using it.
Pausing it just so it doesn't get copyrighted. We'll tackle this very shortly because it's going to get worse. I like he's just sitting there like, yeah, burn, while the rest of the audience and the boomers in the audience are like, yeah, good. Okay, continue.
You think I'm out of it because I'm not on Twitch? Well, maybe I get Twitch, but I just think people watching other people play video games is a waste of time.
I told you guys would be pissed. And we're going to listen to this applause. Here's 5 seconds of applause, but basically Bill Maher is saying that it's a complete waste of time for anyone to watch other people play video games. Basically dissing gamers everywhere. This guy is stupid. He's canceled. It's done. It's over. GG's. I mean, I don't even think I've been watching him ever since this clip came out. So he's like re-canceled or whatever in my opinion, but like, no, this is one of the worst takes that you can make. And if you want to start a war with gamers, you can. But everyone who has done so has lost exponentially, okay? This is not a place where you want to die at. But yeah, let's listen to the round of applause from all these boomers and people who agree with his statement that watching other people play video games is a waste of time. Imagine you're Bill Maher, you're 60, you're a talk show host, you're talking about things, and you decide to go up and slam gamers and basically say that it is a complete waste of time for them to watch other people play video games. Like, bro, the lack of self-awareness and the entitlement from this guy, the way that he's looking at the camera like he just said something great, like, yeah, hey, if you're on your phone, you're the ones who are stuck. If you're playing and watching people watch, bro, sports, okay? Your TV show, people are actually watching you talk, and you're having a problem with other people watching other people do games, watching other people play sports. Do you have a problem? Do you think it's a waste of time for anyone to watch any other person do any single activity? I think the part that annoys me the most about this, guys, is the conviction that this man had. You know, he made it seem like he was saying something that was like a eureka moment. Like, wow, can you believe? Have you looked at this situation like this before, guys? Only I have, Bill Maher. And he talks about it in such, again, a condescending way where he's talking from a holier-than-thou platform. I can't stand these people. I cannot stand these people. You take someone who's holier than thou, also put him into a boomer, give him that face of conviction as they say it. I want to roast you. I want to destroy you. I don't want his career destroyed or anything like that, but I definitely want to. Am I becoming the Twitter mob cancel culture, dog? If I am, then good. Anyway, guys, in case you were curious about how pissed off Twitter was and everyone else, this person said, Bill Maher is effing 800 years old. Why do y'all care what Bill Maher thinks about Twitch? Who cares? This person said, thank you, Thomas Frank, for underscoring once again just how stupid and out of touch Bill Maher has become. I think that's the biggest thing, is out of touch. But guys, outside of what I've already said and what you've already seen Twitter say, there's not much to say except for this. Old man yells at cloud, okay? The people who watch him are probably an audience of people who don't even watch these videos. I'm pretty sure like 100% of you guys watching this video right now do not agree with Bill Maher. And if you do agree with him, then I don't know why you're watching this channel. It's okay to have differences of opinions, but it doesn't make sense for you to watch this channel simply because I'm doing exactly what he said people are wasting their time doing, which is watching someone else either talk or fart or breathe or play video games. You're doing what he's basically discrediting. So that's all I'm saying. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you watched it to the end, do me a favor. As I always say, leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all later this week. Take it easy. Peace.